The beggar crumbled yesterday's tofu, then put it into the pot, added the leftover rice from last night and wilted vegetables, and continued to stir. The aroma was overwhelming, and here was the pearl of relief, a simple dish that the emperor had once remembered. With trembling hands, the man respectfully brought it before the emperor. The emperor was then surprised. He doubted he had ever eaten such a strange dish. He asked, "How could I eat something like this before?" The man answered politely, "At that time, the king was unconscious. I only gave him the first 2 spoonfuls. After that, the king came to his senses and finished the rest." The emperor was stunned and tasted a spoonful, but the taste was very different from his memory. He immediately felt nauseous and vomited the soup. Frightened, the man immediately knelt and begged for mercy. The emperor was furious and shouted to arrest him, but the man quickly issued a sign of mercy, preventing the emperor from imposing punishment. The emperor's anger was finally turned to his advisor, but the advisor had prepared an explanation. He said calmly, "Your Majesty, hunger can make everything taste different. On an empty stomach, even simple food tastes delicious. Don't you know the saying, a hungry person doesn't choose food?" Quote, at that time in the old, crumbling temple, the emperor was probably so hungry that even the smells were fragrant. However, the emperor was still unconvinced, so the advisor suggested that the emperor host a banquet for the ministers. But first, let them fast for 3 days and 3 nights, and then the emperor would see the results. The emperor agreed. The royal officials were gathered and taken to the back garden of the palace. Under the pretext of cleansing their bodies and minds, they were asked to fast. A hermit was brought in to teach them how to calm themselves for those 3 days. Imperial soldiers surrounded the area so that no one could leave. On the first night, some of the ministers began to feel uneasy. Usually, they enjoyed sumptuous meals every day. Now, not even a grain of rice was found. The 3rd day arrived. When the ministers looked weak and hungry, the advisor ordered the man to recreate the pearl of health. When they served it to the ministers, their reaction was completely different. Their eyes immediately lit up. They didn't even have time to use a spoon, just gulping the soup straight from the bowl. It was incredibly delicious. "This is the best food I've ever eaten. Is there more? I want more." The emperor was silent watching all of this. To test again, the emperor then served a bowl of the same soup, but this time after the ministers were full. As soon as the sub was served, their expressions immediately changed. Even just from smelling it, they felt like they couldn't swallow it. This proved one thing: someone who is full will never truly understand hunger. The ministers lived in comfort and honor, never experiencing hardship or hunger like the people out there. For some people, even a simple bowl of soup like this was an unaffordable luxury. If there is no change in the way people view life, how can this country achieve prosperity and justice? What do you think? Do the officials in Konoha need to eat this sub? Yeah.